Thank you for having me here today. And so cybersecurity is going to be my topic. Why cybersecurity important? I see many emerging technology companies here today, and with the notion of Digital Filipinas. Cybersecurity is fundamental, is assumed. It's something that people don't often think about as part of developing in the digital world. Well, why do I say that? It's like you're building a digital house. If you're building a physical house, you need a door, you need a lock. Would you buy a house without a door, a lock, and a window? In the same way that security is critically important to what we do and in digital transformation. Since 2021, the amount of cybersecurity attacks in the Philippines have increased 433% in 2 years. Philippines is the fourth most attacked cyber countries in the world on the index that Cisco reported. That's substantial. For Philippines to grow as a country digitally with all this great investment, great energy, great things happening, it's very important to have security considerations as part of that. So how do we do that? How do we make security be embedded and become more important? As part of the greater region in ASEAN, security is something that is still struggled to be reported internally, struggled to be thought about, and struggled to be thinking that it is part of something that we need to spend money on. Because it's not cheap, it's not easy, talent is often lacking, and security talent, like anywhere else in the world, is very hard to find. It's very hard to hire. They're expensive. Very often CIOs, CEOs of the world will say, well, don't really want to spend so much money on something that may or may not be happening. But 81% of the C-suite in Philippines already anticipate a security event is going to happen at some stage. So we all need to prepare for it. In a digital future together, in digital government, in digital banking, in a digital world, we need better security. And with better security, that will lead to greater investment, greater usage, greater adoption of the digital economy, and the benefits of the digital economy can then really come. Looking at all these great companies here today, ourselves included, being a blockchain. Well, how does all of this technology actually work together without technology, without better security? AI, for example, buzzword of the moment. People think about how amazing ChatGPT can be, generative AI tools, and all of the AI engines. Well, think about your private data on AI. Think about your commercially sensitive data being put everywhere on AI. Who's going to use it to copy? The security risk, the IP risk that you may run, if you don't have the right security, the right policies, the right rules and procedures in place, the right audits, the right access control, AI can be very dangerous in the wrong hands, and it can breach a lot of data in the wrong hands. So thinking about security is not just protecting using tools, it's not just a technical thing, it's also human. Like AI, it emulates human. Better security enables better access control, thinking about better policies. How do you define which data should be sensitive, what should be shared, how should it be shared? In the same way that blockchain, people often think blockchain is secure fundamentally. Is it? Of course, cryptographically, the blockchain itself, different blockchains are very secure. And it really helps hand in hand by building enterprise application use cases on top of blockchain. It's far more secure than what it is today. And in many ways, when people adopt the cloud, initially, when people first started thinking about the cloud, people were scared of public cloud. Why? Because of security concerns. More and more, as people adopt the cloud, like the US government when it first went onto the cloud to use FedRAMP on AWS, well, that became, usage of public cloud become easy because it was secure. And demonstrating that security to everybody else that is easy, is secure, is actually, I used to say to clients in my previous role, well, Amazon spends way more on security than you would. in their cloud environment. At least now you don't have to. You don't have to hire and compete for the same 3,000 security professionals. In the same way that if you're using blockchain capabilities, certain things are much more secure. You need to then think about sharing data differently. But your organizations, when using these emerging technologies, also need to think about what policies do you need to change to enable your next generation Web3 technology to be secure, to be adopted, so everybody can trust it and use it, to embed it into the way you design the system. People often don't think that designing capabilities is very important. Users go around user interfaces and makes thinking security is very difficult. Security needs to be easy to use. Otherwise, nobody remember the cat's first name in high school or something like that. You need to think about security, making it easier. And in general, in the future of Web3 and digital economy, security is going to be something that's going to be critically important for adoption and trust. Thank you.
Bitcoin mining, Bitcoin wallet, blockchain, stablecoins, MetaNet, the evolution of money. Everybody is talking about Bitcoin today, but what exactly is it? Learn the basics from experts. Learn what Bitcoin is, how it works, and why it matters. Bitcoin 101, your ultimate guide to the fundamentals of blockchain.